Blue Seed is an anime I both love and hate. It's not that it's a bad show, it's just not very good. It's pretty average. However, I did find it rather enjoyable, partly due to the fact that I felt it was a time capsule of late 80s, early 90s anime. Blue Seed is a 26-episode anime by Production IG, running from October 5th, 1994 through March 29th, 1995, and was brought to North America by ADV in 1996. The show follows a high school student, Momiji. One day, she is walking to school when she is attacked by a man named Kusanagi who tries to kill her, when an ancient Japanese demon known as an Aragami attacks them. Kusanagi fends off the Aragami by threatening to kill Momiji. Later that day at school, the Aragami attacks Momiji and tries to capture her, when she is rescued by Kusanagi and the government-funded agency called the Terrestrial Administration Center. After the attack, Momiji finds out that she is a true descendant of the Princess Kushinada, and only a sacrifice of her life can stop the Aragami. So Momiji joins the TAC, who promise to help keep her safe. As the show progresses, Momiji finds out that she has a sister, who is thought to be dead, and that an ancient god, Susanna O, is going to be resurrected. The show has somewhat of an inconsistent tone. One moment, Blue Seed is fine with showing blood and people dying, to avoiding it altogether, or implying everyone lives. It also likes to go from having dark dramatic moments to making stupid jokes and having panty shots for the sake of humor. As though they couldn't decide if they wanted to make a comedy or a serious action drama, so instead they did both. There's nothing about the characters that you haven't seen before, which helps cement my point about this being a time capsule. Every character is a cliche of the time, and some of those cliches are still ongoing to this day. For one, Momiji is a clumsy high school student who just wants to do the right thing and help out as much as possible. Also, due to her clumsiness, she's constantly being embarrassed by having her panties show. Though, if you're really that concerned about people seeing your underwear, then maybe you shouldn't wear a skirt in a fight against giant monsters. Then you have Kusanagi. For lack of a better word, he's a snarky ass. At first he comes off as self-serving, but then you learn he's a rather caring person with kind of a tragic past. He's also the obvious love interest to Momiji. And by obvious love interest, I mean, hey, let's get the main characters together because they're the main characters. You have the team science officer, who is the motherly one of the group. You also have a loud, brash, and angry tomboy who loves her guns. A smart, nerdy computer guy who still lives with his mother. The intelligent and down-to-earth former police officer. And an obnoxious girl who has spent most of her life in America. Then there's Kunikita, the chief director for the TAC, and a father figure for Momiji. He is, in fact, my favorite character. All the main characters do have at least one episode devoted to him. The animation is fine for the most part. I was never blown away by it, but I never thought it was bad. Except for this one part during the opening, which contained some of the most amazingly awful CG animation I have ever seen, though the rest of the opening, and the show itself, avoids it. The character designs are fine, nothing too crazy, except for maybe Kusanagi. All the characters have a look separate from each other, making it easy to tell them apart. The Aragami designs are unique and interesting, but ultimately forgettable, partly due to the fact that most of them only appear for one episode. The dub is hit and miss. Most of the voice actors do a fine job, but some give an inconsistent performance. Also, Momiji's constant screaming in the earlier episodes is really annoying, and only slightly less so in the original Japanese. The English script is fine, though there are some changes, there's nothing that affects the plot or the characters. The music is generic and forgettable, however it is very well placed, playing when it would truly be effective. The opening song is not great, but it's fun to listen to at least once just to hear how early 90s it is. Helping further prove my point that this is in fact a time capsule of anime. The end song is fine, it's nothing special, but it's not bad. And though I found this anime incredibly entertaining, I do have a hard time recommending it. It's incredibly average, but if you do want to check it out, I would say, group of friends, it might have a few laughs. But that's just what I got out of it. So until next time, have a good life.